afterwards, if you do me a big favor, tell me what you thought, how you felt. Did you laugh? Did you get bored? Anything you want. I say anything you want, but I'll tell you, I've done book events in town. My first book event was at the Aldrich, and I said, okay, does anybody have any questions? Come on in. And a lady raised her hand, and I'm ready for a question about what I said about the book. And she goes, you know Yul Brynner? Later, I wished I'd said to her, you know, I bet you say that to all the ball. Anyway, leaving out Yul Brynner, tell me what you think. Anything you've got to say. Somebody. How are the cookies?
Let's find out.
It was very tight. It was very, very fun. I thought the actors were spectacular.
I did too. Thanks. Yeah, they were.
Not too long ago, and you did the best elephant.
Yeah, I know.
I've been practicing for years.
Yeah, yeah, Jeff.
It was a lot of very enjoyable. It was really well done. I think having kind of a hint of Marlon Brando always being there, like, did I just hear him outside the door, or is he walking up? Like, because the fact that he could almost be right there, whereas he wasn't really present until he was present.
Right.
But I think, like, kind of the suspense of him being in the next room or listening or upstairs, or you heard him, his sound or something like that.
Right.
Would really make him present.
Yeah. That's a good comment. I mean, yeah, it's worth figuring out a way to do that, I think, yeah, actually. Thanks.
Where he says a couple things throughout?
Well,
maybe,
I don't know if he says anything, but you've got that speaker on the wall,
Yeah.
and you've got a camera, right?
Right.
And so, you know, just make them aware all the time, much more. And it could be just static until he speaks. I mean, I don't know, I'm just making this up.
I like the static.
You like the static, yeah.
You guys were phenomenal. You were
Yeah,
very
you did a good job.
Thank you.
excellent. You especially. You were the whole thing. You were so good.
Very kind of you.
No, it was good. Where are you going to put this on?
I don't know. I wrote it recently, and
There's more we didn't hear. Isn't there more, or this is the whole?
this is the whole play. That's it. It's so. What time is it? We'll know how long it
It
ran.
was about 7.
So it ran close to an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's hard to get plays on, but I'm going to look around and try and do it.
You all were good. You were
This feels
amazing.
like something that would really work at the theatre barn or something like that, like,
Right.
you know, small.
Yeah, small theater for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a good place. Or maybe Westport, one of those little
Yeah.
theaters in Westport.
Right. Right. Do you all go to many plays?
Yes.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah. Right. And is there any place in this where it dragged for you?
I think when you sang, it kind of, from being just a play about words, but singing, it kind of leaped into almost like a mini musical, because it made it lighter. And I would have liked to see more of that, maybe even sort of male actors singing. Just not that, it's not a musical,
Right.
but just to break up the dialogue with people singing.
Right.
And I think that would just break the ice a little bit. When you did it, it was very enjoyable. And it broke the ice, and it just made you enjoy the dialogue even more.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Yes. Georgia, you got to say something.
I think it was wonderful. I'm still processing, but
Okay.
You are amazing with dialogue, so I just wanted to note that.
She's a former student of mine, so she has to say nice things.
You survived.
Dave,
I gotta say, I really enjoyed it.
cast was great, the dialogue was great. To me, it didn't drag at any moment. But one thing that struck me was that you said it in the 80s, and so there was kind of a forced interaction. And today, they would just be sitting there on their phones.
Right.
Depriving us of the opportunity for those kinds of interactions.
Yeah, right. Yeah, very much. You have to, instead of being about when you're going to urinate, it would be about what's on your phone. Right.
Or your Instagram.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
When I first read it, it rang very true to the audition room. Like I've sat next to strangers at the, Equity Building in New York, and it's like, and it was before. I don't really do that anymore. I work for a theater company up here, but so it was before the cell phone age. So I remember having weird conversations with other actors because you're sitting next to, So I just wanted to compliment you on like really capturing, like it rang true for me.
Good.
Did you feel that that's the way you would have acted if Marlon Brando, before a casting director, Marlon Brando is kind of special. I mean, do you feel that it accurately portrayed how people would be reacting in his presence or in his possibility of working with him?
I think because we read the play all together last week, and then we talked about it, and I think what we came to is my character figures out that Marlon Brando is somewhere here and is testing, brings this guy in who is clearly not Marlon Brando, and it's almost like he wants to see what we're gonna do. Would we just buy it and crush our feelings of like, this is clearly not Marlon Brando, but because we're actors and we want to please people, it's almost like he wanted to mess with us a little bit and see what the actors would do. So I think what we talked about is that she figures that out at some point when the fake Marlon Brando comes in, and that's why she makes up that story, because she just starts playing along. She starts to punk him because he's punking them, and I think she's gambling on the real Marlon will be entertained by that.
That's exactly right.
But no, I would not. If I was really auditioning for Marlon Brando, I would.
I really liked how the character builds up to that, because she's got that little subversive edge already before. So you see it a little bit with the way she's dealing with Joe before. So I love the way you built the character, and that you then see her sort of screwing with him. It's really great.
Well, there's too many cookies. There's too much wine. Anybody, if you think of something on the way home, tomorrow, next week, davidrichbooks.com. You can write me a note. I'd love to hear from you. Right? And
Well, when you produce this, you should let them know so we can
Yes, there was a sign-up sheet out front. I don't know how many of you actually. So I will have that. I will make a list, and I'll let you know. And I'll let you know if we do another reading of another play.
Yeah, it was fun, and you guys were really good.
Author David Rich.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Modern undercurrents, very much like when I showed here. Yeah. It's an interesting problem. Yeah. Then I gotta get somebody else. Well, that's right.
I didn't know that anyone
Thank you so much for that kind of work. What to do wasn't working out. It wasn't working. That's thank you. I'm not that good as an actor. It's a pleasure, neighbor. So you're from the area, so we've got a couple years on your belt, but we're going on our 9th year. Massachusetts, Western Mass, right outside of Springfield, a town called Muncie. I was born in Springfield, but LA, New York, Shanghai, Prague, Dubai. That's just why they say kind of those industries
So the fact that seriously, it's
good to meet people in the neighborhood, especially like talent. So, we have many of them. We have very similar tastes. We've known each other for years. Never really had a proper conversation about working. Yes, so she currently works for Alpha Shakespeare. And before I went back to the States, I
It was very
very easy to see for so many years. I can see it it's one of the funniest lines. It was great. Oh, I forgot to have one up for it. Good job. This year is how the hell did you get feedback?